All right, today I'm taking you guys through a day in my life. I'm a 22-year-old real estate agent investor here in the Oklahoma City Metro. I've got 34 doors. We've closed about 50 million in sales in the last 5 years. I think that a lot of agents and a lot of people over glorify like being a real estate agent or being in the industry. Today we had a lot of walkthroughs, a lot of phone calls that made the cut, a lot of phone calls that didn't. But this is what an average day in my life looks like, so let's roll. Today we're rolling out, we're gonna hit the gym. We've got a quick call with a new potential team member at 10:30. And then we've got an off-market walkthrough. One of my agents, Cole, set this up. Pretty nice little neighborhood in OKC. So we'll hit that. We've got what I call power tasks after that, which is like all my ClickUp tasks that I gotta get done for the day. And then 2 more walkthroughs. I just locked up a new deal in New Wally yesterday, so I'm excited to go see that. It's 3 acres. And then lastly, a little deal out in Shawnee that I'm interested in. Nice little rental. So should be a pretty good day. I'm excited. So we're heading to work out with my buddy Gerardo. Really good inspector here in OKC. Really good guy. I like to start my days with a workout if I can. Got a call coming through. I like to start my days with a workout because for some reason, my anxiety is just really high in the mornings. So getting in the gym, hitting a quick sauna and weight session really helps reduce the anxiety. We're gonna roll up here, work out, and then get rolling with the day. So I get asked a lot, where's your office or where do you work out of? And this is my office right here. Pop my computer up and then I connect to the hotspot and I'm ready to go. Post the chair back. So usually in the mornings are pretty chill. Wake up about 6:20, 6:30, and then the first 30 minutes I take for myself. So I know a lot of people have these crazy routines where they get in like an ice bath and stuff, but for me, I drink my coffee and then I hop on and start looking at my tasks for the day. So the night prior is really when my day starts. So I'm hopping on my calendar and I'm mapping out. You can kind of see here, I'm mapping out like what my day looks like. So I've got today mapped out already. Because it just kind of helps with efficiency, and I don't like being reactive. I like to be proactive, even though a lot of times I am reactive. So this kind of helps me stay on track. Today, we've got a lot of walkthroughs, which I'm excited about. It's one of my favorite parts of real estate. We've got some follow-up, current clients and past clients. And yeah, it should be pretty solid day. Unless you guys want to move forward with just the 1500, but think they're being pretty unrealistic with how they're countering. Given that it needs a roof and the well pump. So completely up to you guys, but I wanted to kind of touch base with you and see what your thoughts were on that. We've got about 5 calls that I've got to grab real quick. So gonna hit these calls and then we'll head to the office. It's 10, so I've got a 10:30 appointment with a possible new team member where we're gonna grab a call and kind of chat about the team. Let's roll.
Hey.
What's up?
So what are you doing on your laptop right now?
Okay, so I just finished checking my email, called a few of my team members, and finished up some text messages and whatnot from that last appointment. And now I'm about to comp out. Cole, one of my team members, found a off-market deal in Belle Isle. So I'm gonna comp this out. We've got an appointment at noon. He wants me to buy it. This is kind of in that range. It's 250 purchase probably, so it's a high-end flip. This is a high-end area, so not really what I'm looking for. I like to stick below 200. So I'm gonna comp it out, see where the comps are at. If it's a screamer of a deal, it's something that I'd be interested in, but likely we'll go for the listing or see how we can help otherwise, see if we can push more money out of this out of the seller's pocket. Out is the same as like running comparables for the property. So when you have residential real estate is based off of what the other homes in the area have sold for. So commercial real estate is based off of how much income the property's producing. Versus residential real estate is where the comp's at. So this home's not going to be worth more than the other comps in the area. So that's why I need to look at the other houses that have sold, similar homes that have sold in the area, what they sold at price per square foot, and see what this would look like for a flip and see if there's any margin on it. All right, so one of my team members, Cole, drummed up this deal here. We're in Belle Isle. So he went by an estate sale. So anyways, we just met with the seller. He's got to move on this quick. We've got until May 10th really to get this sold. So we're gonna roll in, grab some photos, and then send it out to our investor network and see if we can get it sold for him. the seller's on a real tight time frame, so our best bet on this deal is to send it out to our investors, and we upfront with the seller. I initially came out here to see if it was one that I would potentially be interested in, but it's gonna need probably 75 to 100 grand to get it up to where it needs to be with this area. It's gonna need high-end finishes. So instead, I'm gonna go see if I have an investor that may be interested as well. It's willing to pay us since it's an off-market deal, and get it sold for the seller, and then it's a win-win for everybody. So that's the goal on this one. Something that I always like to check when I'm looking at a property, either for me or for my clients. So I'll make this, I'm not a foundation company is what I'm getting at, but when you see step cracking like this and you can kind of fit your fingernail in the step cracking, it's evident that the home is settled. So in this case, if this was a retail buyer or even our investors, we'd recommend, hey, make sure that you know the foundation may need to be looked at. We may need to get a structural engineer out here or a foundation company and get their thoughts on it. That's kind of evident that the home is sold or has settled, which is really common in this area anyways. These are older homes. These were built in the 60s, so you're gonna see this on pretty much every home. It's good to get looked at so you know what you're kind of looking at. Okay.
You had a deal up in Guthrie. It was a listing.
The 8 unit?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just coming to check out the property, and we're gonna do a quick video here if you're cool with that.
A lot of people stop and ask about the yard.
They want it mowed?
They want to mow, yeah.
Want to mow it for you, yeah.
Have them call me.
All right,
For sure.
go.
For sure. That's not a problem at all. Okay, are you rolling, Robert?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start outside real quick. So we're gonna roll out now. I've got probably an hour and a half of computer work that we're gonna do. And then there's a house in New Walla that I just locked up yesterday from a wholesaler that I'm excited about. It's actually it's a mobile home on 3 acres for 10,000 bucks. So I'm excited to go walk that. And then we've got one more out in Shawnee that I found on Facebook Marketplace actually. 2 bed, 2 bath, 62 grand. Looks like a nice little rental. So we'll go out there and I think I'm gonna offer them around 50 would be the price that would make sense for me to be able to rent the property out and cash flow. So we'll walk through those numbers, but depending on what I find and kind of what, I was just going based off of photos on the 50. So yeah, let's roll. All right, we're out in New Walla now. I set this up so we had quite a few walkthroughs. Every day's a little different though. I usually do a little bit more computer work, lead gen, but today wanted to come out, check out some of our properties. And then this is the New Walla deal that I just locked up yesterday. I locked this up really cheap. This was 10 grand for the mobile home. And then this is 3 acres. So it pencils out, but we've got a lot of cleanup here. I have no clue how they had this much junk out here, but there's like a burnt out truck, burnt out RV. This was a mobile home at one point, and it's gone now. So I just talked to the sellers. Sometimes when you get out here, the addresses are wrong. This address was pulling next door, but I also don't want to go trespassing in an area like this because this is where you get shot. But we figured out this is the property. We confirmed it with the owners. Just off the top of my head, we're looking at a lot of cleanup. Unless I can sell this as is to somebody that would want to come through and do the cleanup themselves. I have no clue what the mobile home's like, but I knew locking this up that I was locking it up with land value only, 10 grand. The land value is worth more than that, so I'm okay with like the cleanup, and I'm okay with whatever condition this mobile home's in. I can see there's a creek that runs through here, and it's all junked out too. This was a nice property at one point. A lot of cleanup. They've used this as a landfill here. So anyways, we're gonna roll up to this mobile home and see what we're looking at. I'm highly allergic to poison ivy, and this is poison ivy here. I have authorization to break into this. Owners aren't here. They haven't been here for a year from what they've said. I think the front home burnt down and they just ended up moving out. I've only talked to them once. I just talked to them on the phone, but before that, I was talking with the wholesaler. I'm probably not gonna break in unless there's an easy spot to like open a window, but I am gonna try and look through these windows and see what we're working with. Because if this is in good condition, makes a huge difference on what I could sell this place for. And it looks like it's in good condition. I mean, it doesn't look like it from the exterior, but the interior looks like it's in good shape. Whoa. Decent. Not amazing shape, but it's decent. Like even if this has central heat and air, the HVAC or the condenser over here looks really solid. So I'm impressed so far. This could be a nice place if cleaned up. This might be my best. I mean, this place is packed full. So this might be my best entry here. I keep looking. Yeah, I'm gonna try this window. Pull this off. This is like a 2014 model mobile home. It's fairly new actually. I wouldn't ever recommend breaking into a place unless you have authorization. We have written authorization to break into this place. They just aren't in state. So there's no way that we can wait until, or there's no way we can meet them here.
It would make a bad burglar.
I would make a bad burglar, dude. It's not happening on this window. There was one over here that was open, but I'm a little scared to jump in because of where it's at. Whoa. Whew. Smells like somebody passed. It does. I mean, probably not though, but it definitely smells like it. I'm a little sketched out, dude. I don't get sketched very often. It's like weird electrical wires. This chair's about to give. I'm just gonna have to push this over here, unfortunately. We're in business. I'm in. Here, let me see your camera. You can kind of peek your head in here. So I'm gonna walk through here. Definitely some mold. Yeah, very musty, dude. Here you go.
Oh.
Welcome in. So this is the reality of real estate. Whew. This place is rough, to say the least, but it seems to have good bones. Smelly in here. You can tell somebody smoked in here. They packed up and left. You got some paraphernalia here. It looks like they were having a little fun. This isn't uncommon for what I see out in this area. And this actually is not in bad shape for what I'm used to seeing as well. Once you pull out all of their junk, it's not that bad. But there's a lot going on for sure. With that being said though, the mobile home definitely adds quite a bit of value to the property. I could come through here, try to get to this bathroom, but I could come through here and clean this up. It's gonna need some love, but I can have the bank carry back the rehab on it because this would be worth about $120,000 if I could clean up all of the trash. I could remodel this mobile home. I've got it under contract at 10. So there's a big spread there. There's a lot of room for me to come in and do the work. Ooh, it's hot in here though, Rob. Let's roll. So, plan of action now. We walk the property. We have a deep spread. I know that these are selling around here for about 110, 120 once it's fixed up, but I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know the plumbing. This is on septic and well, so for me, I'm gonna get my well and septic guy out here to check it, make sure everything's solid there. Obviously has electric here. And then the big question is this. I'm actually more so worried about all of this junk than I am the mobile home itself, because I think it'd be cheaper to remodel the mobile home than it will be to pull all this junk out of here. So I'm gonna get a few bids on pulling all of this junk out, and as long as the numbers make sense, I'll continue forward. I've got a 5-day due diligence period, so 5 days to kind of do my due diligence, and then we're hard on our earnest money, so I won't get my earnest money back. But yeah, I think I'll be moving forward on this one. It's gonna need some love for sure, but I think there's a deep enough spread that I should be able to make some money on the back end. So now we'll go check out one other property in Shawnee, 2-bed, 2-bath for $62,500 that I'm excited to see. That one's a little bit more turnkey, so it's not gonna be as gross as this. Watch the poison ivy, Rob. So we just checked this property out here. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. It's in pretty good shape. I found this on Facebook Marketplace. I think he's asking $62,500 on it. So we walked it.
It definitely needs some work, man.
Yeah, for sure. It needs a little bit of love. Good amount of square footage in here. Windows are aluminum. So this would be the primary bedroom or the master.
From what I can tell, this was the original house.
And they added this on. Okay.
This seems to be a slab.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely on slab and that's on crawl. Check it out here. Evan, do you know how the roof is?
Man, I don't know how old the roof is.
Okay, no problem.
But I do know that I haven't had any leaks.
Okay.
I know a lot of times those things are falling down.
Yeah, most of the time when I see them, they are.
Hey, you can open it.
Okay.
It's over there. There's a latch on it, right? So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's in good shape. Tin roof. Yeah, a lot of times on these homes, when the HVACs go out, is I just throw in those mini splits.
Dude, if I didn't sell the houses, do many.
Do mini splits, yeah, that'd be ideal. And then you had this rented for $750 whenever you were renting it? Okay. Yeah, that's always nice when you can rent them and you don't have a tenant that complains and whatnot. Seems like recently I've had a lot of tenants that,
nice and dry.
Nice and dry, okay, cool. And just visuals, like ballpark range, it's gonna need about 10 to 12 to get it in the range that, or get it rent ready for how I would like to rent it. There's some dips in the floors, old carpet, the HVAC needs work, probably throw in some mini splits, which are kind of glorified window units pretty much. So I offered him 50, yeah, pretty much 50 cash.
Okay.
Yes, sir, as is. Or I told him we could likely take it to market around 72 if that doesn't work out. So it's kind of the benefit of being a realtor and an investor is, you know, I gave him my cash offer. If he doesn't want to mess with it anymore and just kind of get rid of it, this is where I'd be at. And then also, you know, if we list it, we'd be in this range. So really nice guy, actually. He's going to think on it. I'll follow up with him probably Friday, and then we'll go from there. All right, just finished up the last walkthrough of the day. This was for one of my buyers, actually. So this was USDA. We did a final walkthrough to verify that all the repairs had been done. Everything looked good on this property. And I'm excited for her. She's actually getting a refund at closing. So she went USDA. We were able to get the sellers to pay all of the closing costs on this deal. So she's getting money back at closing for her earnest money. This pretty much wraps up our day. I'm gonna head back now and got a little bit of paperwork to do, and then we're done.